Welcome. So welcome everyone to my messy garage. I just realized how unorganized I have it right now. But yeah, but anyways, welcome to the mobility and flexibility class. So is it Annette or Ella? Just switched your name. I think Ella with her alias. All right. So good morning. So we're gonna go ahead and just start from our chair exercises. We'll skip some of the facial ones today, just because I want to get through some balance work. We haven't really done balance. Not that it's a component of this class, but I just feel like it's something that we should still strive to do. So let's go ahead and begin. So we'll start in our chair. We'll do some stand-up exercises and then transition down to the groups that you like to stretch or focus on, just let me know. So let's start again by looking left to right. Just right here. Like I said, we'll skip.
Did you check the latest video with Dr. Eric Berg?
Wait, could you repeat that?
Yeah, could you check the latest video of Dr. Eric Berg? It seems that now they have YouTube decided, to like kind of censoring the health information on YouTube. So he had a video that talking about one side because all the health information giving out on YouTube should be according to the World Health Organization. So he's quite get set up, because of that. So I don't know if you saw his last video.
Yeah, let me see. I haven't seen his videos in quite some time.
So YouTube has something with the health information on, on the internet now. So he's quite, that's only one of view of the health information given to the public.
Yeah.
And no alternative. So it's really interesting to read that video or to see.
Okay, so you recommend watching that video?
Yeah. His version of the new rules of the YouTube concerning the health information.
Oh, I see. Okay. Go through it. So, is it the Dr. Berg Gets Censored?
Yeah.
Video?
Yeah. Okay. Silence, he puts a masking tape on his.
Yeah, okay. So, do you guys want to watch that? Let's see what's going on.
It's interesting. You have different view, how he, with the keto diet, he's talking a lot about that too.
I'm interested to hear about this. Let me see. So we're gonna go ahead and I'll share that. So we're gonna watch a video to start off the class. So we'll get this going. Share the screen. This is a YouTuber doctor that we've shared with in the past, but yeah, I'm just curious to what he has to say. So
using the safest dog fence ever created. The new Halo Collar 3 is a virtual fence inside a collar. Easily create GPS.
Well, it's official. YouTube has just now banned anything related to health that doesn't align with the general medical consensus. So if any information related to health doesn't agree with the World Health Organization, they won't necessarily always take down the video, but they're going to change the algorithms. So they're going to replace those videos that were popular, that had lots of likes and lots of engagement, with medical information. This new partnership with YouTube is supposed to protect you against misinformation and promote high quality health information. And their definition of misinformation is anything that opposes their viewpoint. I mean, if you go to drberg.com, you will see that I have 7,607 success stories. I'm helping people. I'm giving people lots of non-toxic solutions. And if you just read the comments, you'll see that a lot of people are being helped. So my information is not dangerous. It's not misinformation. It's actually quite helpful. And this new change is going to hurt a lot of people because they're not going to be able to find alternative viewpoints, alternative opinions. Sometimes medicine doesn't work. They're looking for inexpensive natural remedies to handle certain body issues. But guess what? Now they're going to have a very difficult time finding those solutions because all these medical sites are going to replace alternative health. I mean, I used to rank for so many conditions. Now you can't even find me unless you type Dr. Berg / whatever. And even on the keto diet, I have 928 keto videos. That's right, 928 videos. Guess what? When you type keto diet, you can't find me. Instead, the number one ranked video is from Mayo Clinic, okay? And the comments are turned off. And you can see the likes are actually not very high compared to the number of views. I think they have like 260,000 views, but very few likes. And it's an anti-keto video. And I'm going to share some interesting things in that video. But I first want to communicate a couple things. A long time ago when Google started, they had this motto, and that was do the right thing. And then they changed it to don't be evil. And now I don't even know if they have a motto. But you think just giving people this one medical viewpoint, this monopoly over your body, your healthcare, you think that's going to increase the quality of health? I mean, basically this move is going to wipe out the competition. And competition, competing viewpoints and opinions are very, very good in the healthcare field because it forces everyone to raise the bar and do better at getting results. And how do we trust this medical group with all the strategic alliances and the strategic partners, the strategic alliances with Big Pharma and how they partner with medical universities and medical journals? How do we trust that? Like I said before, their definition of misinformation is basically any information that opposes the medical viewpoint, the medical consensus. How do we make sure they're transparent with all the conflict of interest, the strategic alliances and the strategic partners and what they call the stakeholders, which some of them are part of industry, and of course the revolving doors with all the directors? It's terrible. It's terrible. And I think it's going to hurt a lot of people because freedom of health information is really freedom of speech. And it's a very slippery slope. The more you start filtering out other opinions, other viewpoints, so many people go on the internet because they have not gotten results with certain types of medications and they're trying to find alternatives. So if someone wants something that's non-toxic, okay, or something that's natural, or a do-it-yourself remedy, that is all considered dangerous misinformation. Yeah, it's just terrible. But it's not just me. It's all the other alternative healthcare practitioners, anyone who comments on nutrition, even the layperson who wants to share their viewpoint on health. They're not going to rank. And this doesn't just hurt me or them. It hurts the person trying to find the right knowledge. We're going to be pretty much stuck with just one way of treating the body. And they call this science. They call this high quality health information, really? And there's also a really interesting side comment that I read about this, and they call it the silent epidemic. It's called health illiteracy. And some of these people that are writing about this give health illiteracy as the reason why people aren't going to the doctors as much and they're going online searching for alternative viewpoints on health. And this is what they defined health illiteracy. You ready for this? It's an inability to comprehend and use medical information. And they say this, it's worse with the elderly, poor people, and minorities. Sounds a little bit like discrimination to me. So basically they're saying that it's an epidemic out there. There's so many people who just can't understand medicine, right? And that's probably why they're going to alternative sites, like things like that, and not sticking with incredible high quality healthcare information. I mean, this is just ridiculous. I mean, maybe they don't understand it because the doctor's talking over their head or the information doesn't make sense. Or maybe they do really understand. They just don't agree with this idea of suppressing a symptom with a drug and being on the drug the rest of your life. To me, that's not science. I mean, even if you start looking up like pretty much almost every disease, psoriasis, MS, and if you look at the cause of this, it'll say unknown cause, unknown cause. We don't know what causes it. Well, if you don't know what causes it, what makes you the expert over that condition, you know? But what really frustrates me is having them take over the keywords for the ketogenic diet. Now, why is that a bad thing? Because they don't have any experience in that area. Many times when doctors go to school, they don't get a lot of training in nutrition or anything alternative. And so now they get to be the controllers of that information as well. This next video that I'm going to show you is the video ranked #1 for the ketogenic diet. Check this out.
According to Dr. Google, the most searched question of 2018 was, what is the keto diet?
Now, the reason I'm bringing this up, and this was even 4 years ago, keto is very popular. People are searching for it. The bottom line is the more people that get on this diet, the less medication they're going to need because it handles so many issues.
Instead of carbs for energy, the body burns fat, entering a state called ketosis.
Ketosis, what could go wrong? Sounds like a great plan. Sounds a little dangerous to me. That's why I've not tried it.
Dangerous? Really? Here's the problem. The lack of differentiating between therapeutic ketosis, okay, or they call it nutritional ketosis, and ketoacidosis. But mild ketosis or therapeutic ketosis is extremely therapeutic. And I'm going to put some links on a whole bunch of science behind that supports that.
It's clinical.
When I think
and
about
not.
ketosis, sometimes I get a little nervous. I think, well, gosh, we don't really actually want you in ketosis. But can you tell us about that?
Right. And I think this is something that is the unknown with when people are saying, well, I'm going to put myself on a ketogenic diet and be in ketosis, because really when you think about what ketosis is, it's a alternative pathway that our body has to use in times of emergency.
So right there, you could see that a huge bias. They don't want people to do keto. They think ketosis only occurs in an emergency situation when you are starving or something like that. That is so false. Talk about misinformation on steroids. That is absolutely not true. Did you realize that when your body goes into this mild ketosis, your flight or fight mechanism goes down? It reduces cortisol. You help balance the autonomic nervous system. It's anything but emergency. It's super healthy.
So you're right. It's something that historically has alarmed us in terms of we don't necessarily want people to be in ketosis. It can be very dangerous. Ketone bodies are considered toxic. Your body has two ways of getting rid of them. You either exhale them through your breath or you urinate them out. And so it is a stressful kind of process on your body too, because your body is trying to rid itself of these ketone bodies.
Here's another clip that shows that they just don't have any information about this. They have zero information about the healthy version of ketosis. It's not toxic. It's not dangerous. Ketones are actually a super fuel. Ketones are an antioxidant. And they talk about it being toxic because your body's trying to get rid of it through urine or breath. That's just in the transition step. When you're transitioning over to burning fat, the motor is inefficient. So you're wasting some of these ketones. And then very quickly, your body becomes very efficient where you're utilizing all this ketone energy. In fact, a ketone is much more efficient than glucose. It produces more energy and it runs off fat. I mean, just think about way back when we had this hunter-gatherer type environment. We developed this ability to run on ketones for a survival mechanism because we didn't have food available. We didn't have all these carbohydrates. So to say that ketones are dangerous, it's just the opposite. Glucose is dangerous and toxic. In fact, the numbers of people who have diabetes have a condition called hyperglycemia. That's high blood glucose. Another term for that is glucotoxicity. Okay? That's very, very damaging. And what's really interesting about that concept is this. When you eat a lot of sugar and carbs, okay, which they don't seem to have a problem with, over time, you develop diabetes, right? And in advanced type 2 diabetes, as well as type 1 diabetes, that's when you can develop this ketoacidosis problem. So the number one reason why people have ketoacidosis is because they have high blood glucose, okay? It has nothing to do with being on a ketogenic diet. I've never met one person that's went on the ketogenic diet and has developed ketoacidosis.
Dr. Kozing, you and I both said we know people who
I know
have
several
lost,
people.
lost hundreds of pounds.
People I know socially or people that patients of mine,
And-
big weight loss, and they feel great.
Well, and so for them, they consider that to be, finger quotes, successful.
Yeah.
But possibly we're talking two different languages here.
So-
Ketosis and those ketones and things, that is not someplace that you want to be health-wise.
Yes, weight loss is one of those successful indicators, but what about all the other great indicators, like the improved blood sugars, like the having less of a fatty liver, better cholesterol levels, better energy, better cognitive function, less inflammation, better mood. These are all the benefits of the ketogenic diet. Anyway, I have a personal favor I want to ask you. I would love to get your opinion on this situation. So if you would please click the link down below and go through the survey questions and tell me what your opinion is on this, what I think is very radical.
Alrighty. So yeah, it just sounds like yeah, if all of that's accurate, it sounds like YouTube has made it a little bit more challenging to find, I guess some information. So yeah, just keep in mind if you have, I think he started going off on keto a bit, and to be honest, I haven't looked into like keto too much. To me, from a coaching perspective with distance runners, keto doesn't make sense for me because for endurance athletes, you kind of need carbs if you're going to be. It's the easiest way source of energy. So yeah, so I don't look into it. I don't practice it, but just regarding the keto stuff, if he's one of like the main people for keto, and you type in keto on YouTube search, hoping to find one of his 900 videos, and it doesn't appear, then yeah, it seems like some stuff might get censored. So yeah, that's why I think it's important if you have some YouTubers or some informational channels that you enjoy, subscribe to them, because then you'll continue to get those videos. If you don't have a YouTube account and you just go to youtube.com every time and you just search videos, then there's really not going to be an algorithm to it. But yeah, but I mean, nonetheless, yeah, it's kind of, I think if, like I said, if all of that's accurate, it's not the best way to go about, yeah, I mean, it's pretty much like if you go on Google and you're looking for information and Google just kind of narrows that path for you. Instead of having millions of searches, they might just give you like 10 options, and I don't think that's good information. But
I'm
yeah.
not talking and my lips are going.
I know, I'm like, I think you have a
YouTube?
filter. No, I think you have a filter, Carmen, because
Maybe.
your eyebrows are like going like this too, and then your glasses are a little darker, and here and there you have red lipstick. I don't know if everyone else could see that, but
Okay, I'm
but
sorry.
yeah, so yeah, maybe tomorrow you'll have one of those filters with the little ears come out. But yeah.
Well, Julio, what I'm worried about this situation with YouTube is that if they try to follow what Elon Musk is doing with X, so-called Twitter,
Mhm.
then where are we going to end up? Everybody's going to be, they are going to monopolize the information and coordinate what we want to see,
Right.
or
Yeah,
that's really
and I
bad.
think that's why you kind of just have to be a little bit more on top of it with knowing your own research and doing your own research. And today I was dropping my mom off to work, and she asked me, she's like, "Hey, do you think everything on Facebook is real?" And I'm like, no, like not everything on Facebook's real. Like I think she said she didn't want to try chicken nuggets anymore because there was a video that she saw where folks were grinding chicken bones and mixing it with just tendons and pork meat, and we're making chicken nuggets out of that. I'm like, I'm pretty sure not everyone makes chicken nuggets like that. But it is a mystery meat sometimes. But you know, it's not everything online is it's accurate. And you know, if someone I've seen many for instance, I've been looking at a lot of videos with Hollywood stars that start to train to get either to lose weight, to gain weight, to gain muscle for upcoming movies. And 90% of their workouts are just kind of silly, and you know it's not like a realistic thing. A lot of stuff happens just genetically. You know, some people are able to do 10 push-ups and their arms get really inflated. And then another person might have to do 1,000 push-ups to even notice a little vein pop out or something. So yeah, you just kind of have to like do your own research. And like I said, if there's a channel that you trust and you like their information, then I would just subscribe. But yeah, I mean, it's once these you know, another thing too, it was like in the 80s and 90s, like the food pyramid that was you know, the US like I guess the recommended food intake for, you know, your regular people. How it had like the bottom, the base was grains and breads and rice, and then it had like a wall of like fruit and then veggies and then proteins, and at the very top it said like, you know, very little like sugar, oils and fats. But you know, I think some people had debunked that and had said that the corn companies had a big influence in that push of building that, because the bottom base, the most calories consumed should be carbohydrates. So they were, you know, I think they made a financial push to make corn or wheat and grains one of like the main, I guess, factors for that. You know, you remember, and like I'm sure you saw it, the pyramid with like all the blocks. So but yeah. But
Yeah, I
anyways,
used to teach that in 5th grade.
yeah, exactly. And I remember seeing that in elementary school. I don't hear it so much, but I think the most updated one that I had seen was still the pyramid, but then it had like a person running up it, kind of promoting exercise, which is a little bit better. But you know, it's just, yeah, it's kind of, you know, shady, or it makes it a little bit dark when there's, you know, money involved into recommending health outcomes for other folks. So yeah, and misinformation, it's out there, and you know, sometimes it's at a cause of, you know,
You know,
someone.
Julio, this is really not anything new, because I used to teach where certain commercials will emphasize enthusiasm. For example, the Camel cigarettes,
Yeah,
and they would make it so that it was enticing for young people, or it was just directed to the youth, right?
right. Yeah,
And also
yeah, I
these
remember.
the vapors, how they
Yeah.
used to flavor
yeah.
them.
Different.
So it's just another round of yeah, like was already mentioned, to get the public to look a certain way.
Yeah, I remember those camel pictures and billboards, and it looked really cool. I mean, they made the camel look really cool with glasses and like a
Right.
nice sunset on the back, and I was like, oh, like that's really neat. And yeah, so I mean, it definitely works. And I remember watching a show, I think it was on HBO a while back, called Mad Men, and they're just, you know, talking about advertising in like the 50s, 60s, and 70s. And you know, it's they had doctors promoting cigarettes and all these things. So, but anyways, I think we're ready to get this going. Jen's like just stretching on her own. She's like, if Julio's not gonna stretch me out, then I'm just gonna do my own stretching. So let's go ahead and do this. So We are gonna start from a chair. So if you have a chair nearby, let's do that. Let's go ahead and sit. Someone just logged off. They're like, oh, this guy's gonna teach. It's time to go. So, all right. So let's go ahead and just as we were. Let me turn on this fan. So let's look left to right. Going left to right. I don't want this class to become a lecture class today, so we'll go ahead and do this. Okay, yeah, I'm just going through the chat right now, but look left to right. Yeah. Let's look up and down. Yeah, someone just asked if my videos are being censored. I don't know. I'm not big. I'm not a huge YouTuber, so I don't know if it would affect me. I think 95% of my views come from this class. So, and you have the direct link, so I think I'll be okay. But yeah, who knows? So just up and down, bring that chin all the way down, all the way up. All right, let's start. Let's go ahead and do circles. Next circles.
It's possible that what happened is that YouTube is paying too much for all these videos and is trying to find a way to minimize the cost.
Yeah, right. Because there's so many channels and yeah, it's just who knows. But money always talks with these companies. Switch. Right, let's go ahead and sit on our left hand. Bring this right hand over. Just pull. Let's switch. And let's go ahead from the back. Let's drop that elbow forward. Awesome. Let's have our elbows up here. Let's do these almost like an Arnold swivel. Let's open up forward and then go as far back as you can. All right, very good. All right, you're gonna go ahead and then just do shoulder circles. Let's go in reverse. Very good. Okay, let's go ahead and reach out forward, drop our chin and push out. Relax. Repeat down, push. Relax. Again, more repeat. More. Awesome. Very good. All right, actually, rotate. We're gonna do our cat scratching pose. So we're gonna reach all the way towards the ceiling. Kind of scooting my hips back. Reach up towards the top. All the way to the bottom. Pull. Reset. We'll do about 8 to 10 of these. So just about your own pace. Right. Okay. For our arms get a little sore. All right, let's go ahead. And we're just going to be going back and forth between upper body and lower body right now, just so we don't get too tired. So let's go ahead and just do a hip opener. So let's go from here. Just move our leg out as far as back. So again, if you're not paying attention, that knee might collapse forward. So just try to push out. Should be close to a 90-degree angle here. All right, we'll switch. Very good. Stretch the shoulder, bring that right arm across. I'm gonna show you a couple of snacks that I just found. You guys keep stretching. So if you like ice cream bars, these here's Healthy Choice Fudge bars. Jen, I think Jen already has a box in her fridge. She's nodding like she recognizes these. Only 90 calories, I think 1 gram of fat compared to your regular ice cream. So and then these are my new favorite. So protein, well, just lightly breaded chicken strips. And I just throw these on the air fryer, but these don't have too much fat, not too much carbs. And yeah, if you feel like you have a hard time getting proteins, I get these and yeah, they save me. That bag's usually about $15. For some reason, Costco had them at $6. the other day, and I bought about 8 bags of those. So I'm pretty stacked for a bit. Let's go over, push down. Yeah, so with those chicken strips, I'll throw them in the air fryer. And then I love like Louisiana styled chicken sandwiches. But if you know how those are made, they have a lot of sugar, a lot of fat, just very not healthy. So what I'll do is I'll put those in the air fryer. And then I found this honey, this spicy honey, and I'll mix that with some light mayonnaise, and I'll just mix that together. And I just put it on sliced bread. And yeah, it's a lot. I think if I go to my favorite restaurant down the road, it's Dave's Hot Chicken. Yeah, I think 2 sliders has about maybe 110 grams of fat. If I have these, it's only about maybe 15 grams. So yeah, so it kind of makes my decision pretty easy. Let's go ahead and do Snow Angels. So November 4th, if anyone wants to do a half marathon, signed up for a half marathon November 4th in San Diego. So I'll be there. I convinced 2 other friends to do it too. Maybe 3 other friends. 2 of my friends convinced me to do it, and then I convinced 3 other people to do it. So let me know. All right, these arms are getting a little tired. So let's go ahead and do our performance stretch. So just right ankle on that left knee. I'm just kind of holding it here. Let's bring that knee up. That stretch turning right, up and down the side. Right, slight push down. The switch. Are you ladies meeting this weekend for a walk? Yeah. Let's do a slight push at Miles Square Park.
Yes.
Awesome. I love it. It only took 3 years for this to happen, but it's happening now. All right, let's bring that knee up. Do you guys hang out at the Starbucks afterwards? Yeah.
I forgot what time we said. 7?
7? Yeah, Jen's nodding 7. Carmen says she'll start at 5 to get an extra 8 miles. All right, let's do our leg extensions. So recline back. Just this is the first little pop. We'll switch. All right, now we're gonna do the leg push. Just remember for this one, here, push. And I like pushing all the way out and then a little lean forward. We'll switch. All right, very good. Let's go ahead and do the forearm. Some that we're working that out, and you gotta remember we use our forearms and fingers for almost everything. So again, pushing down with that top hand and that bottom hand's trying to push up. All right, we'll switch. All right, very good. Let's bring each finger to the center of our hand. Do my right hand first. Try not to bend at the knuckles. Keep the fingers straight. All right, bend each knuckle on the way to bringing the finger to the center. Just bend each knuckle. Let's separate each finger from each other. So just open your hands as wide as you can. Separate each finger. Let's switch. So again, each finger straight. All right, now each knuckle. Let's bring each knuckle in. All right, let's separate each finger from each other. All right, very good. All right, let's go ahead. Just a little quick water break. Let's go ahead and take our shoes off. If you have shoes, we're gonna work on our arches right now. And we're gonna stand up and do some balance work. So again, let's work on our arches. If you have a golf ball, bring your golf ball. All right. So working on our arches first. So what I want you to do is to just claw at the floor. All right, now I want you to bring your arches towards your heel. So right now we're kind of doing this motion. Now I want you to do kind of this motion. Bring your arch back, but let me see if I could do a better visual from the floor. So right now we're doing this motion. So now I kind of want to do, you see how, not really, I'm trying to prevent my toes from crawling in, but you see my foot still kind of comes back about half an inch. So when you do that, you'll probably feel your calves acting up. And if that seems like too much to do or you can't figure it out, then just do the crawling motion. I'm gonna switch foot. That's pretty much the motion I want to do. So not this gripping, but more of like a. And again, that's helping out our arches. And then I'm gonna go ahead now and just use the golf ball and just kind of roll. All right, let's find a spot that's a little tender. Again, back and forth. All right, we'll switch. Switch legs. It's a little bit more tenderness on this one. Again, just finishing off. Alrighty. All right, let's go ahead and then just give yourself some space. We're gonna do a little bit of balance work. So we'll be standing up for these. We haven't done these in a bit, maybe about a month or so, maybe 2 months. So we're just gonna stand here, okay? We're gonna go with the tandem stance, so just feet together, a Romberg stance. Now we're just gonna stand here, not doing much. Hopefully this isn't causing any unbalance issues. We're gonna go look left to right. Up and down. All right, let's close our eyes. Open your eyes. Let's elevate the right foot behind you, about half an inch off the ground. But you're right now. You switch. Very good. All right, we're gonna walk the tightrope to just find the far end of your space. And we're gonna walk this one foot in front of the other. If that seems easy enough for you, I want you on your tippy toes, okay? So just on your toes. All right, once you reach that end, you could go and reverse. So backwards. And again, we're gonna repeat that one more time. So let's do another round going forward. And another round going backwards. All right. Okay, very good. We're gonna do a standing Jane Fonda. Third adductor. Okay, so here, just elevating my right leg off to the side. Toes are pointing forward, then they come back. The toes out to the side, back, side, back. Try not to lean too much. Just try to keep your torso upright. All right, let's switch. Awesome. So we'll rest the legs that at least it made my legs a little sore. So let's just go ahead and do some trunk rotations. It's right here. Let's loosen up. All right, let's go here and then just come across. All right, just keep both your feet on the floor. Try not to raise them. All right, very good. Okay, so find me a wall. So let's go up against the wall. We're gonna do some wall glides right now. So let's hopefully it's a wall with no obstacles. Yeah, we're just gonna go up here and just go back down, up, keeping your elbows, your back, your hands up against the wall. So this next one, you have your wall. Hopefully it's flat as like this one and it's low with no obstacles. We're gonna come back here, most lean on it. Okay, so we're up against the wall in a lunge position. Gonna bring this back arm to the arm behind me, over my head. And then just gonna fold over. And again, just kind of come up and back. So now my back is flat again. Okay. Over. Okay, we're gonna switch sides. We're gonna start off with that new one. Just do 2 on each side. Yes, right here. Then again, here, back, over. Set, back, up. Very good. You want to start turning your back to that one. Let's go ahead and do a tandem stance. So right foot in front of your left foot. Right foot in front of left. Good foot over left. We're just gonna stand here and just working on balance. Right, left to right. Up and down. Right, close your eyes. Open your eyes. All right, very good. Okay, let's go ahead and then left foot in front of our right now. So you do want to make sure that each ankle is a little bit just as stable as the other. So again, left foot in front of our right. All right, let's look left to right. Up and down. Bounce up and down. Very good. Okay. All right, last sequence we're gonna do, we're gonna need our chair. If you have a chair that's gonna be sliding, I would suggest putting the chair up against the wall somewhere it's not gonna move. Definitely not a chair with wheels. So what I wanna do is just kind of just lean here and then just lean towards it. So it's gonna get a stretch on my calf. And I'll show my foot too, that's on the floor. You want to make sure that here and that foot stays, the heel stays on the floor. So I'm just here, pretty flat. Again, if you have wheels on your chair, don't do this one. It's not that safe. And yeah, ideally somewhere where it's not going to shift. So I have my mat from stopping this from sliding. Okay, gonna switch. Awesome. All right, last one. Still using the chair. You come here, and I'm just gonna lean forward. Okay. So I'm feeling the stretch right to that inner thigh. Switch. Relax. Great. Awesome. How are you folks feeling? Good. All right. Very good. All righty. Well, yeah, if anyone is curious, I know it's a long shot, but the half marathon in November, let me know. I know prices go up as the closer you get to the race or the walk. But yeah. But anyways, thank you for joining me. And again, thanks for allowing me to share that video. Thanks, Ms. Nguyen and Kathleen, for letting us know. Yeah, you guys saw that yesterday. But yeah, just like I said, just be mindful what you're watching, the information. Question everything. Not everything is always accurate. I'm sure I'm saying some things too that might not feel as great, that might feel great for me, might not feel as good for you. But yeah, just make sure you guys, are vigilant with that stuff because, there hasn't been studies on you specifically. There's been studies on populations and on groups and on ages, but maybe you have something genetically or maybe a current illness or whatever it could be. So, just listen to your body first before you start, just assuming some YouTuber that, it's just gonna be giving information. Like, I think I saw, I try to also educate myself with like financial education and retirement stuff. And then there's like some folks that, say like, oh, like if you go into debt and you go bankrupt, don't worry, it's not the end of the world. Like they're actually encouraging going into debt and, letting debt collectors, they're like, debt collectors can't harm you. They can't touch you. And it's like, there's a lot of stuff like that. And not just with financial advice, but with health, with exercises. Like I said, the Hollywood, celebrity workouts, some of those are kind of silly too. And then, yeah, I mean, I'm sure, I don't know if you guys have seen Christian Bale, how maybe in the Batman 20 years ago, he was very shredded. And then when he played, I think, Dick Cheney in one of these movies a few years after, he gained like 100 pounds. And he said all he would eat was ice cream and smoothies and milkshakes to gain all that weight. So, everyone does something extreme. So yeah, so just kind of take everything with like not the little hint of sugar. So any questions before we head out?
I'm sorry, I will not be at the marathon because I will be flying back from Puerto Rico.
Oh, lucky.
All right. So,
Poor soul.
I guess we're gonna meet when you come back so you could treat us with some goodies, right? All right, yeah.
Lechón, arroz con habichuela y lechón.
There you go. Sounds good. All right, ladies, thank you for joining. I'll see you on Monday. Enjoy your weekend. Get a nice walk in on Saturday. Glad you guys are meeting.
Saturday at 7.
Yeah.
7.
Yeah,
All right.
Nadine.
Thank you, Julio.
All right, ladies, take care. Bye-bye.
Thank you.
Bye, Annette.